Awesome. So welcome everyone. We're just waiting a few more minutes here before we get all registered. Awesome. Okay, so it's 10 now, so we'll go ahead and get started. I just wanted to introduce myself. So my name is Margaret. I'm the head of support here at Commerce7, and I'm joined by a few of our customer success team members as well today. So we'll be helping you out with the Q&A at the end. Today we'll be going over helpful discounts that can help you improve your customer experience on Commerce7. And today we'll be going over this feature on kind of a basic level. So if you're more of a more advanced user, that might not be the best time for you to stay, but this is more of a basic explanation of our discounts and different ways that you can apply them using query tools, our cart carrot features, and also our campaign tools as well. So I'll be touching on a few different areas of the platform today and how you can execute on these ideas. I also wanted to highlight, this is a great time to ask questions about platform functionality, but if you are planning to ask about any specific bugs or any specific feature requests, we do ask that those are still directed to our support queue so that we can best assist you with screenshots or any other supporting information related to those issues. Awesome, so I'll jump right in here today. So we'll talk about 5 ideas to elevate your customer experience with Commerce7. I just want to go over what will be discussed today. So again, if you're a more advanced Commerce7 user, you might not want to stay on, but we're happy to have you if you do want to stay. So first and foremost, we'll be talking about shipping discounts based on quantity and also a cart carrot implementation of this discount. Secondly, we'll be talking about how you can reward your customers for signing up for a higher frequency for their club shipments with a higher discount. Thirdly, we'll be talking about a welcome back discount for customers that might not have purchased in a while, including how you can query for this information, and then also apply this coupon to a campaign. Fourthly, we'll be talking about how you can target your tasting room visitors to convert them to online purchasers with a coupon, either through your transaction email for carryout orders or through a campaign as well. And lastly, we'll be talking about how you can upsell discounted merchandise with cart carrots as well. Awesome. So I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but shipping costs are the #1 reason that a customer will abandon their cart when they're shopping on your website. So we do highly recommend considering reducing the cost of shipping with a shipping promotion. You can successfully implement this promotion with a cart carrot as well. So we'll hop right into how you can get this done in Commerce7. So when you're creating a promotion, you'll navigate over to the admin panel and to the store section and to promotions. And then you'll simply select add promotion. So here we'll call it, how about $10 shipping for over a set amount. So when you're selecting a promotion, there are 2 different types of promotions that you can select. You can either choose a product discount or a shipping discount. So for this specific example, we'll be using a shipping discount. And this discount will be applicable to all customers because you want to make sure that you're offering this type of offering to all of your customers so that they're not going to abandon their cart when they see the cost of shipping if you do have pretty high shipping rates. So we'll select a flat rate shipping amount of $10. And because shipping is typically quite expensive, I would recommend implementing a subtotal requirement as well. So maybe if your customers are spending more than $65, then they would receive this $10 discount. But you could also use based on quantity as well, maybe 6 bottles of wine or any specific requirement that you think is best for your operations. You want to make sure obviously that this is economical for your team as well. So we'll go ahead and save this promotion. So now anyone that has a cart that's over $65 will receive this $10 flat shipping rate. But how would your customers know that if they weren't on your website? Sorry, if they didn't actually test that out on your website specifically. So we'll go ahead and add a cart carrot here. And we'll put it on the top of the side cart. And we'll do $10 shipping for orders over 65. And I'll go ahead and copy this message over into the message section. And then we'll go ahead and set some conditions for this cart carrot as well. So customer is equal to everyone. And we'll also select the cart subtotal is less than or equal to $65 so that this will show on any order that has less than this amount in their cart, so that it promotes your customers to spend a little bit more so that they receive that flat shipping rate when they do go on your website. Awesome. So we'll navigate over to my test site now. So I am logged in as a club member right now. We can take a look. So we'll add one of these bottles to the cart. And here you can see that this message appears, $10 shipping for orders over $65 because we are under that threshold. If we do go over that threshold, the cart carrot disappears. So your customers won't see that message, but they will automatically get that $10 flat shipping rate. Awesome. So that's our first example there. So next, we want to encourage higher frequency club shipments. So for your club shipments, you can specify that your customers have the ability to choose the frequency of their shipments. So we want to encourage, obviously, someone ordering more often than less often. If you have different options available, you can incentivize the higher frequency club subscriptions with different promotions. So you can set specific promotions based on each frequency and then market these options to your customers upon sign up. So we'll navigate over to one of my club packages, or one of my clubs right now, one of my subscription clubs. And you can see here in the information, so 1 month of frequency, you're going to receive 30% off, 2 month frequency, 25% off, and then any other higher frequency would be 15% off. So we're obviously incentivizing ordering every month versus ordering every 2 months or even more than that. So you can navigate over to the promotion section to set this up. And you're going to want to set up multiple promotions for this specific club shipment discount because each one will have a different discount percentage. So 1 month frequency here. Would be the 30% off, and we wouldn't add an end date there. For this type of discount, you're going to want to select specific clubs that this promotion will apply to. And then my customize and indulge club is where I have that messaging. And then you would specify specific frequencies. So for this one, as it's my 1 month, I'm going to select that as the option. And then we'll include a 30% off discount here for that specific club. And if you'd like to exclude specific products or only specify a department or a collection, you're able to do so as well here. Additionally, you can specify requirements on subtotal or quantity as usual. So we'll go ahead and save this promotion. And there's no real great way to demo this without having the club subscription set up. So I just wanted to outline that this is a new feature that was actually announced, I think a week and a half ago, around there. So you guys would be able to use this as a great way to improve your customer experience and incentivize more frequent orders with your club shipments. So I highly recommend implementing this with your subscription clubs if you haven't already. Awesome. So we'll hop into our third example here. So the welcome back discount. So we can use queries to find a list of customers who haven't purchased in a while. Then you can tag these customers and use this tag as a coupon criteria. And then the last part of this demo will be to send a campaign to these customers with the coupon that's included here with this specific example. Awesome. So we'll navigate over to the marketing section of the platform. And queries are a really powerful tool. For those of you that don't know, you can use this tool to gather specific sets of customer data, specific customers, specific orders, specific shipments based on a set criteria. So here, what you'll want to do is navigate over to the order section, add an order query, because we want to gather a list of customers who haven't placed an order, let's say since January of 2022. So it's been a little while, about five months here. We haven't seen these customers in a while, but we want to promote them to come back to our web store and make an order. We know that they like our brand and we want to make sure that they're coming back. So we'll label this welcome back. And since this would be a customer condition, we're going to go ahead and set the order is found in one customer condition with the following conditions. So just in order for your query to pull the correct information, you want to specify which conditions that the system is looking for. So here we'll place the last order date as the first condition, and the last order date is less than, and we'll go back, like I said, January 1st. So that the last time that this customer would have placed these customers, this list that we're going to pull, the last order date would have been before January 1st. We can go ahead and add that order query. and then we can go ahead and execute that. If you want to email a copy of these results to yourself, you can do so by selecting those two options. And then we'll go ahead and refresh this. So because I am on my test site, I don't have the abundance of customers that all of you would have, but I do have a couple options here. So I do have 2 customers who fall into this criteria. So what I would want to do now is create a tag from this list so that I know who these customers are. So this would be a manual tag, but it's going to be an order tag since we're using an order query, and campaigns can only be sent to customer tags, which I'll explain how we can transition that to get the campaign to be populating this tag as well. Awesome. So we created that tag. Now we can see that tag over here in the settings as an order tag. So welcome back order. So like I said, you can only send a campaign to a customer tag, but the way that you can transition a order tag to a customer tag is quite simple. So I'll show you guys how to do that as well. Awesome. So the customer is found in one of the order conditions because it is an order tag that we just created. So the tag is equal to welcome back order. So here we would go ahead and add a customer query. Go ahead and execute that query. Refresh the page. Awesome. And even though we did have 2 orders that had that tag, both of those orders were associated with one customer, which is why this only populates one result. So from here, we can create a tag from this list, and this would be our welcome back and our customer tag. So when creating a campaign for this specific situation, actually, sorry, we do need to create our coupon first that we can include in that campaign as well. So when we're creating the coupon, we will set that to the specific tag that we just created. And maybe we only want this coupon to be valid for a week, so we can promote them ordering quite quickly. We would maybe want to set a limit of 1 coupon per customer as well. And we can set that to a specific tag. Awesome. So here we might want to offer 20%, or let's do $1 off discount since we've done percentage-based discounts thus far. So we'll do $20 off your next order. But the requirements is that you're spending maybe more than $45. You can really do this up to you, whatever you'd like to put in here for your conditions. So we'll go ahead and save this coupon. And then we'll go ahead and create a campaign to send out to these customers. So I'll use our sale template. From here, we do have products that have automatically been added by myself earlier, and we can go ahead and add the coupon directly in here. So the customer will see that coupon applied when they do go ahead and select add to cart. That coupon will automatically be applied if they were to add more than $40 worth based on our conditions. So we can go ahead and change that language here as well. So instead of saying free shipping, we would say for a limited time, we welcome you back with a $20 off coupon on order with 45 or more. Obviously, this is not 100% wonderful for marketing purposes, but I'm sure you guys can come up with a bit better language there in terms of what you would say to your customers. Awesome. So that would be how you could send out that campaign. And then again, you could specifically set that to your customer tag, your welcome back customer tag that we created with our coupon, or sorry, with our query there. So that's how you would do this situation. So you would go ahead and create a query. You would run that for orders that have been placed in a limited time. And then you could transition that order tag into a customer tag. From the customer tag, you're able to create a coupon for those specific customers. And then you can go ahead and send a campaign to those customers while using this coupon directly in the campaign tools. So it's a very powerful tool, especially to get those repeat purchasers back on your radar there. Awesome.
One question, Margaret?
Yeah, for sure.
So this is from Betty. She said, sorry, I've forgotten. Let's see. When adding tags by way of query, does it take off those people that no longer qualify for the query? So is it dynamic, the query?
So this would be a manual tag. So you would have to rerun the query to gather new results. And then from there, each time you would be able to get that set of data.
Perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, no problem. Awesome. So in our next example here, so maybe you want to send a coupon code for people who have visited your tasting room to convert them into the online purchasers. So you can go ahead and add this right into your carryout confirmation transaction email, or you could use a query to target these customers with a campaign, as I mentioned. So we'll hop into explaining how this would work as well. Awesome. So I do have a query made already here. So tasting room visitors, this is just a sample of how this would look. So basically the order is found in the following order conditions. The channel is equal to POS, so you know that they were just visiting your tasting room, and the channel is not equal to web. And then their last order date is greater than May 1st. So they've visited within the past 20 days, but they haven't placed a web order in the past 20 days. So that's the list of customers that you would pull with this specific query. From there, you could tag these customers, again, create a campaign if you'd like. Or alternatively, if you would like everyone who visits your tasting room to receive a coupon so that they can go and purchase online, you could also add this into your transaction emails. So this might not be something you want to do for every single customer, depending on your operation size, but this is a great way to target those customers who visit as a carryout order so that they can go on. You can even set a coupon specific with specific requirements in terms of what they're able to use this on, which I'll show you in just a moment. So from here, I've added this into my transaction email. If you would like to visit our website, you're eligible for a 30% coupon for visiting the tasting room. Use code and then whatever you would specifically set up in your coupon setup. So here, of course, this would likely be restricted to like one per customer or something like that. So you don't have your most frequent customers going online and using this coupon code all of the time. You can restrict that to being one per customer in the way that I just described here. So tasting room visitors. You can even have it say first web order so that you're promoting that online action, because you, like with every tasting room customer, the goal is to capture that email address and to transition them into a repeat customer. So this will definitely help with that process. Awesome. And then I said it would be 30% off of my transaction email. Awesome. You can exclude specific products if you wish, again, as you can with all coupons and promotions. And maybe if you wanted to set a requirement, you could do that as well. For now, we'll leave it at that. And that's how you would set this one up. Awesome. Wonderful. And then lastly, so how to upsell and discount merchandise. So you can use a cart carrot to promote selling merchandise, and you can even include a discount incentive to add to cart. So if maybe a specific SKU or a specific dollar value to trigger the offering, and then you can improve your customer experience by discounting this additional purchase as well. Awesome. So I'll just show you the product that I intend to use for this. So I've set up a bottle opener as my merchandise that we'll be using today. We'll go ahead and set up a coupon for this, or sorry, a promotion for this bottle opener that will apply based on set criteria. Product discount, maybe we'll do 25% off the total for this specific product. So we'll specify the bottle opener here. And we would say 25% off when purchasing sample cap. Awesome. And again, if you would like to place it on specific subtotals or quantities, feel free to do so in that situation here. We'll go ahead and add a cart carrot as well, so that this will be a product upsell as a cart carrot. I'm just going to delete this one that we created earlier. We'll add it to the top of our side cart again. So bottle opener. So add bottle opener to receive 25% discount on merchandise. So you can set specific conditions. This will be actually a product upsell here. We'll go ahead and add the bottle opener product. The conditions would be all of the below, so customers equal to everyone. You can do SKU in cart is equal to, sorry, let's go back and see which one. So we said the reserve cab. So 2015 CS would be the SKU. And this is a case sensitive field as well. I had a ticket about this a couple weeks ago, so I just wanted to mention that. So if you're using lowercase, it's not going to populate properly. So make sure you're using case sensitive SKUs here. Awesome. So now, whenever a customer is purchasing this specific product, there'll be an upsell for that. Of course, you can add in as many SKUs as you'd like. It could be a dollar value instead of a SKU specifically as well. And why don't we do it that way as well to just demonstrate that as well. So cart subtotal greater than or equal to $50. Wonderful. So we can hop over. Awesome. So since we have 6 in the cart here, it does populate with that cart carrot. So add a bottle opener to receive 25% off on merchandise. And then when we add it to the cart, this is discounted again. So that initial price is listed there, but since we added that messaging, your customer would see that additional discount afterward. Again, if you were to remove this quantity or to go below that threshold, the cart carrot would disappear. But you can really set this up however works best for your operations. It's just a really valuable tool to add those additional purchases there. And even discounting it further is helpful to add those additional products to the order to increase the average order value for your customers and the customer experience in general. So if you have something special that you'd like to offer to your customers, this is a great way to do it. Maybe something unique to your winery or something that people love. So that would be another great way to improve customer experience, to just add that extra detail there. Awesome, wonderful. So that is the end of my official presentation here, but I did see that there is a few other questions in the chat, Brittany, so happy to address those now as well.
Okay, great. This is also from Betty. So this is back on the query question. So if the query was based on one invoice rather than on the customer, when would it tell you, oh, then, sorry, let me start over. If that query was based on one invoice instead of the customer, then it would tell you whether the person has, why can I not read this morning? Sorry.
No, that's great. I'll read it
Need
too.
more coffee, clearly.
It's all good.
All right. If that query was based on one invoice rather than the customer, then would it tell you whether the person has made a web order in the last 2 weeks or whether that one invoice was web or not?
Sorry, Betty, I'm not 100% sure what you mean here. So, okay. I'll tell you whether the person. So in terms of the query based on the invoice rather than the customer, do you mean using like an order query versus a customer query?
I'm sorry, this is Betty.
That's okay. Thanks, Betty.
You went kind of fast through the question, but when I was looking at the screen, it looked like you were setting up the query by the invoice so that it would draw information from each invoice rather than the customer. So maybe I just need to go back and watch the video again to see, because maybe you did it on the customer, but you said it, you said it that invoice should be a POS and that it shouldn't be a web order, which all makes sense, but it seemed like the query was based on invoices rather than the customer itself. So would it be
Yeah.
able to tell that?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the first step, is to generate a list of the orders that were placed on the POS versus on the web during that time frame. And then you would transition that tag to a customer tag. So you would have a list of those customers that have placed orders. So you would basically get first initially a list of all orders that were placed on the POS, but not on the web during that time frame. And then from that list, you would be able to tag the customers who were the ones who placed those orders. Does that make sense?
I think so. I'll check
Okay.
that out, but I
Okay.
think so.
Okay, awesome. Wonderful. Awesome. Any other questions that we can answer for you guys today? It doesn't have to be specifically about discounts or promotions, but happy to go through anything about the platform here. Awesome. Okay, I don't see anything else in chat, but I will wait just a couple more minutes here just in case we have someone typing something out that I can't see right now. Yeah, no problem, Betty. We love doing these and getting to see all of you guys and be with you. So happy to be here. Okay. Hi, club subscriptions and building them. For sure, Wendy. Yeah, if you want to unmute yourself, if that's easier, please feel free to do so, or you can type that out and we'll be happy to answer your question as well. When building this, can we set up auto renewals? So there's no cancellation date on subscription clubs. So basically it would automatically be an auto renewal unless the customer were to cancel that subscription as well. So there's no end date really for those subscriptions. They would just have to cancel when they were feeling like they would want to do that. Yeah, no problem. And then Sarah, is there a way to add a handling fee on orders or reservations? We do have the option to add a custom tax. I'm not sure if that would be sufficient for your needs, but that would basically be an additional tax that would be charged on orders that you could label as a handling fee. Alternatively, you could create a SKU as well that would be considered as a handling fee that you could add to orders if you'd like, and then adjust and override the price there on that. But that would probably be the only two ways that I can think of off the top of my head on that, Sarah. No problem. Awesome.
Hey, Margaret.
Hey, yeah.
So brand new to Commerce7, and I have a question regarding, I'm sorry about the dogs. Can you hear me?
No, yeah, no problem. Yeah, we can hear the dogs, but I can still hear you really well. So no worries at all on that.
So we're starting from scratch and not coming from another program. So I have a bunch of email addresses of people that we want to target as soon as we have this set up. What will be the easiest way to do that? Do we have to set them up as customers, or how do I do a marketing email to the new customers?
Yeah, so if you wanted to use one of our data migration partners to upload all of that information via the API, that would probably be the best way to do that in a quick way. And then you would have all of your customer information uploaded all at once, but you could also add those customers into the system and then tag them to create that campaign email initially. We also work with MailChimp and Klaviyo as well with email providers. So both of those integrations would be helpful for you as well in that scenario. But I'm happy to answer more specific questions if you have any about that as well.
So if I'm not using any integration, will I have to enter them each as a new customer?
You could do it that way, yep. Or you could use one of our partners to help you upload the customers via API. So our APIs are really easy to work with and clean in that way. So it wouldn't be a huge amount of work for a developer if you'd like to go that route. But yes, otherwise it would be individually uploading those customers with the email addresses listed, and then you would be able to tag and then send a campaign out to those customers.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate your help.
Yeah, no problem. Let us know. We're also doing scheduled phone calls as well and screen shares. So if any of you would find that valuable, please send an email over to our support team and we'll get that scheduled so we can walk through any additional questions that you might have about the platform.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Wonderful. Awesome. So I don't see any other questions in the chat here. I think that probably good to end the recording and end the call here today. But I just want to say thank you all for joining. We really appreciate having you all here. And we'll see you next week, where we'll be discussing our new loyalty features, which will be announced next week as well. So please join us. We'll be happy to answer any of your loyalty questions.